People love this guy. And it's funny because you can see people from all walks of life, from multiple generations, who've met this man and say that he's a nice guy, he's a stand-up guy, he represents the franchise well, everyone loves him. From what I'm understanding, this is only what I've heard hearsay. He got into MMA at one point, and he was trying to be an MMA fighter and do stuff like that. But it seems like no matter what, people just always knew him as the Green Ranger or one of the Power Rangers first, and then everything else came second. Okay, and you know what? It's a shame to lose him today. Obviously, he was one of the longest-standing representatives of the franchise. Now, there's limited information of what's coming out, but from what people are saying is he committed suicide. Now, that's incredibly sad, because here's someone who was beloved, absolutely beloved, by people who like Power Rangers, right? Like, worldwide, there's fans of Power Rangers who love this man for what he represented in the franchise. And the fact that he might have taken his life, means that sadly, maybe he didn't feel that love, or maybe it wasn't enough. Who knows? Because all we can do is speculate, right? That's it. We don't know. We're not him. Unless he left a note, we will never know what actually happened, or why he took his own life. It's just incredibly sad to lose someone who is so worldwide beloved, to represent a character that people really resonated with and liked. And a lot of people are like, he was like a father figure to them. Now that I don't know. It's just a guy. It's a show. You know what I mean? It's not even like a show where he played a dad. He was just a teenager and then later on an adult playing a Power Ranger. I don't know about him being a dad. But I hear you, especially if it's something that's from your childhood. You grew up with it, and it continued. Like Power Rangers continue to this day, right? To this day, Power Rangers continues as a major thing in pop culture. The show is still running. And the fact that he is still synonymous with that franchise means that he was meaningful to so many different people, It's really sad. And it's sad to lose someone like that. Absolutely it is. It's funny because recently we just lost Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman in the animated series and many video games like the Arkham trilogy. Over the last few years, we've been losing so many people who, when I was growing up, these people were just like synonymous with pop culture and media and entertainment. And this is what happens as you get older. What I'm learning is, as you get older, you just gotta kind of accept it. That everything around you gets older with you, and you're gonna lose people that at one point were very meaningful and influential to you. And, a lot of it's coping. I understand there's a lot of sadness. At the same time, you gotta understand that the fact that those people don't know you, you don't know them, they don't know you, right? But the fact that they did something so cool and epic in this life, that it actually resonated with you to the point that you don't know them, but they're meaningful to you. Man, does that mean something, right? What a person who had a changing, long-lasting effect on so many people's lives. It really means something. And if anything, I say this all the time when someone loses a friend or a loved one, is as long as you keep the memory of that person within you, of all the things, all the good times you had in relation to that person, maybe the lessons you learned, spending time with that person or listening to them, then that person is never truly gone, because they made their impact on your life and everyone else's life around you. They're not going to be gone. They had that positive impact on the world, and just don't forget them, right? And it really is sad to lose someone like this, but at the same time, it's pretty awesome that he had the effect that he did, right? Again, personally, I'm getting sad now because I just don't like the idea of losing someone like that. But he had a good effect on so many people's lives. And, just don't forget. That's all. You gotta keep their memory alive. I think everyone can kind of understand that sentiment, right? Like, we've all been there. Whether it's someone, again, from your childhood who was very meaningful to you, an idol, perhaps, or even a loved one, a friend, a family member. We all kind of feel that. So, that's the best advice that I can try to give everyone. As I'm getting older, I'm learning that this is just a more common thing. All the time, you're going to lose someone that maybe meant something to you. And, just don't forget who they were and what they did. And they'll never be gone. Right? Yeah, so rest in peace to Jason David Frank. And, sorry to hear it. You know, I don't really know what happened. No one's gonna know. Again, unless there was actual concrete evidence where he said something. All you could do is speculate. It's just very sad that so many people met this guy and loved him, and he's gone. You know, for me, I don't really have any personal connection because, like I said, for me, the Power Rangers were they huge at the time when I was growing up? Yes, but they never really were huge for me. I was into many other different things, and the Power Rangers wasn't really one of them. You know what I mean? Okay. All right.